Seventh question is your homework. I will just explain. That is, the question goes like this. A tent is in the shape of a cylinder surmounted by a conical top. If the height and the diameter of the cylindrical part are 2.1 meter and 4 meter. That means what? You have to, suppose this is your seventh question. Okay, cylinder is likewise. Okay, on the top of this cylinder there is a cone. It is in the form of a cap on the top of this cylinder. That is why surmounted means top. On the top of that cylinder there is a cone shape. Okay, so whose length of the height of the cylinder is how much? 2.1 meter, and the diameter of the cylinder is 4 meter. So now diameter of the cylinder will be equals to the diameter of the cone. Okay, so if diameter equals to 4 meter, radius will be 2 meter. Okay, height of the cylinder is given as what? 2.1 meter. Then you have to find the area of this tent. So area of the tent will be how much? Area of tent equals to curved surface area of cylindrical part, or cylinder you can write cylindrical part, plus curved surface area of cone. Okay, so here curved surface area of cylindrical part will be what? 2 pi r h, plus curved surface area of the cone is what? Pi r l. Along with that, the L is also given. In the question itself, it is given as 2.8. Okay, L is given as 2.8 in the question. So now L is given, R is given, H is given. Substitute the values here and get the answer for this. After getting the area, whatever you are getting, it is given that 1 meter square, the cost is how much? Cost of that canvas is rupees 500. So how much area you will be getting? That meter square will be how much? You have to multiply with rupees 500. You will get the cost of that canvas, that means canvas cloth. Okay, how much you have to pay for getting the canvas for the tent will be how much meter square you will be getting here as area, that into rupees 500. Okay, clear? Understood? So solve this as homework. After that, let us move to the 8th question. Okay, so what is our 8th question? Let us see that question. Now 8th question is, from a solid cylinder whose height is 2.4 cm and diameter is 1.4 cm. Solid cylinder whose height is 2.4 and diameter is how much? 1.4 meter. A conical cavity. Conical cavity means again depression inside the cylinder. Okay, cavity of the same height. Same height means the cone tip will touch the cylinder base. Okay, same height and same diameter is hollowed out, means a depression of cone is made inside the cylinder. Okay, find the total surface area of the remaining solid to the nearest cm, means you have to make the approximity of that value to the nearest cm square, means the whole number you have to bring. The answer will be in decimal values. You have to approximate the value to the nearest cm square. Okay, so now see the question. Here the cylindrical part is there. A cone shape is made inside the cylinder, so that the height of the cone will be equals to the height of the cylinder. Clear now? Understood? The height of the cone is equal to the height of the cylinder. Diameter of the cylinder is equal to the diameter of the cone. Clear? Now in the previous question we have seen the cone was surmounted on the cylinder. Surmounted means on the top of the cylinder. Now in this question what happened? It is made inside the cylinder. Understood? So just reverse of this. But only thing is, this is made inside the cylinder. Okay. Now height of the conical part will be equals to the height of the cylinder, because it is given in the question that the height of the cone is equal to the height of the cylinder. So that is h equals to how much? 2.4 cm. It is given in the book. Okay. Then diameter of the cylindrical part d is how much? 1.4 cm. So diameter of the cylinder and the diameter of the cone, both are same. It is given in the question. So the diameter of the cylindrical part d is given as 1.4. So radius will be how much? 0.7 cm, because divided by 2 you will get 0.7 cm. So after getting that, you can see the height is given, cone's height is given and radius is given. Here in this question, slant height is not given. To find the curved surface of the area of the cone, we need slant height, that is pi r l. L is not given, so we have to use that slant height formula here to get the slant height of the cone. Okay, so therefore the slant height L of the conical part equals to square root of h square plus r square. This formula you have used in class 9th also. Okay, so square root of h square plus r square. H value is given as 2.4. So 2.4 whole square plus r value is 0.7 whole square. Now put the values and then what you will get? On solving you will get square root of 6.25 cm, which is a perfect square of 2.5. So you will get as h, height of the cylindrical part and the cone, is equals to 2.5, because the height is same. Height of the cylinder is equals to height of the cone is equals to 2.5 cm. Clear? Now L is how much? 2.5 cm. Then total surface area of the remaining solid means this solid. So will be what? That is the curved surface area of the cylindrical part. Okay. And then plus curved surface area of the cone. Okay. Plus area of the cylindrical part of the base. This one. Curved means we know that it is hollow. Hollow it is. So we need the top surface area of this. We need the top surface area of this. That's why we will add plus area of the cylindrical part. Okay, this one. So that will be here 2 pi RH is the formula of curved surface area of the cylinder plus curved surface area of the cone, that is pi RL, plus area of the base of the cylindrical part, which is pi r square. So now see, the total surface area of the remaining solid is equals to curved surface area of the cylinder. Okay, this outer surface plus the curved surface area of the cone. And now this one cavity is made in the conical form. That means this part, top part, is taken out. It is not there because it is the curved one, hollow one is made, but down base is there. Is it not? So base is also your circular one. That's why plus area of the cylindrical base. So this one's base, cylinder's base. Clear? So this base. So that is equals to a curved surface area of the cylinder, we know that is 2 pi RH, plus curved surface area of the cone, that is pi RL, plus area of the base of the cylindrical part, that is pi r square. Now put the values r as 0.7 cm, L as 2.5, just now we got it 2.5 cm, and H and R as H as 2.4. It is given as 2.4 cm. Now substitute all the values and simplify. You will get the answer as 17.60 cm square. 17.60. 60 means what? It is more than 5. So more than 5 means we will take the next whole number. 17's next whole number will be what? 18. So therefore nearest to cm square will be equals to 18 cm square. Okay? Because we are finding the approximate value nearest to the cm square. So a 17.60 will be round off to 18. You have to round it off. Okay. So thus the total surface area of the remaining solid nearest to cm square is 18 cm. cm square. Okay. After that, the 9th question is also your homework. See, this question already it is in the figure. It is given as, you can see, a wooden article was made by scooping out a spherical from each end of the solid cylinder. Solid cylinders, each end spheres are taken out. So this cylinder, both the ends, it is given in the book figure also it is given. Okay. So this is taken out, cylindrical part, this one. Okay. This is taken out. Now what is given as shown in the figure? If the height of the cylinder is 10 cm, this from this to this, it is given as what? 10 cm. Height is given as 10 cm and its base of its radius is 3.5. Base is how much? Base radius is 3.5 cm. Okay, if this is 3.5 cm, here also it will be 3.5 only cm. Okay, so find the total surface area of the article. So what you will do? Curved surface area of the cylinder plus 2 times curved surface area of the hemisphere. That much only you have to do. Okay, height is given, that is 10 cm and R is given as 3.5 cm. So R of the hemisphere as well as to the cylinder, both are same. Clear? R is given, H is given. Can you find? That is the total surface area of the solid shape will be the curved surface area of the cylinder equals to curved surface area of cylinder plus 2 times the curved surface area of hemisphere. Okay. Formula you know. The curved surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi RH plus 2 times 2 pi r square, because curved surface area of the hemisphere is 2 pi r square. So 2 times 2 pi r square. Now put the values of R and H. R as 3.5 cm and H as 10 cm. And put the values and get the answer. You will get the answer of the 9th question. Clear? Solve this. Okay, now see children, after that we will move to 13.2 exercise. In this exercise, it is based on fully volume of cylinder, volume of cone, volume of hemispherical part or figure. Okay, so mostly we will be dealing with the volume of the given figure. Okay, so now the first question goes like this. 13.2 first question is, a solid is in the shape of a cone standing on a hemisphere. Means down we will have hemisphere, on the top of the hemisphere there is a cone with both their radii being equal to 1 cm. That means the radius of the hemisphere is also 1 cm and radius of the cone is also 1 cm. And the height of the cone is equal to its radius. If radius is 1, the height of the cone will be what? 1 cm. That means the total length of the figure will be what? 1 cm cone height, 1 cm radius of the hemisphere. Clear? So that is 2 cm. Okay. But we are not supposed to use the whole length of that height of that particular figure. So both the volumes will be adding up. Volume of the cone plus volume of the hemisphere. Okay. So it is given that you can see the figure, that is the radius of the hemisphere is 1 cm, radius of the cone is also 1 cm. The height of the cone is 1 meter. Okay. Now see, given part is height of the conical part equals to radius of the conical part equals to 1 cm. It is given that height of the cone as well as the radius of the cone is equals to 1 cm. Okay. Now radius of the hemispherical part is equal to the radius of the conical part, which is equals to 1 cm. Clear? Now volume of the solid. This volume of the solid will be what? Volume of the hemisphere plus volume of the cone. So volume of the conical part plus volume of the hemispherical part. that is equals to volume of cone will be what? 1 upon 3 pi r square h. Formula we know. So now volume of the conical part, that is 1 upon 3 pi r square h, plus volume of the hemispherical part is 2 upon 3 pi r cube, because it is the volume. Now put the value of r and h. R is 1, h is also 1 cm. Same way here also 1 cm. Put everywhere 1 square will be 1 and multiplied with 1 also will be 1. So here 1 upon 3 pi and here this side plus 2 upon 3 pi. So when you take LCM and add it, you will see 3 pi upon 3. So 3 gets cancelled, you will get only pi cm cube. So thus volume of the solid is pi cm cube. Why we are writing here pi? In the question it is given that leave the volume up to pi only. Do not put the value. It is given in the question. That's why we will leave the question answer as pi cm cube. Now second question, children, see, Rachel, an engineering student, was asked to make a model shaped like a cylinder with two cones attached to its two ends by using a thin aluminium sheet. The diameter of the model is 3 cm and its length is 12 cm. If each cone has a height of 2 cm, find the volume of air contained in the model made by Rachel. Okay, now see, this is the model made by Rachel. That is, first cylindrical part is there whose diameter is 3 cm. Okay, so diameter of the cylinder as well as diameter of the cone is same, that is 3 cm. Okay, both the ends of this cylinder is attached with cones whose diameter is 3 cm. Okay, so radius will be what? 3 upon 2. Okay, radius of cone as well as radius of the cylindrical part will be 3 upon 2. Now height of the cone is given as 2 cm. So height of both the cones are 2 cm, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Okay, and total height of the particular model is given as 12 cm. Now from this 12 cm, height of the cone, if I remove from both the ends, I will get the height of the cylinder, right? So height of the cylinder, that is H2, is equals to total height of the model minus height of the top cone minus height of the bottom cone. Okay, so that is what? 12 minus 2 into 2, because 2 is the height of the 2 times the height of the cone is subtracted from the total height of the model. That is 12 minus 2 into 2, which is equals to 8. So the height of the cylinder is how much? Height of the cylinder H2 is equals to 8 cm. Okay, and height of the cone H1 is given as 2 cm. And radius of the cylindrical part is equals to radius of the conical part equals to 3 upon 2, because 3 is the diameter. So radius will be diameter upon 2. So it will be 3 upon 2 cm. Clear? Now you have to find the volume of air present in the model. So air present in the model will be the volume of the cylinder plus 2 times the volume of the cone, because both the ends we have cones. So 2 times the volume of the cone. So formula we know. Cylinder's formula is, volume of the cylinder is pi r square h. So here height of the cylinder is h2. So it will be pi r square h2 plus 2 into 1 upon 3 cylinder's conical parts. Volume will write, that is 1 upon 3 into pi r square h1, because h1 is the height of the cone, which is 2 cm. Now put the values of r and h2, r and h1 in both the cases. Now we will put that is pi into r in both the cone and cylinder, both are same, that is 3 upon 2. So put the values, that is 3 upon 2 whole square into 8, because h is what? 8 for the cylinder, plus 2 into 1 upon 3 into pi, r is again 3 upon 2, okay, whole square into h1 means height of the cone is how much? 2 cm. Now on solving this, we will get 66 centimeter cube. Thus the volume of air present in the model is 66 cm cube. Clear, children? Now after that we will see the third question. Third question is very interesting because everyone likes gulab jamun. Is it not, children? So shape of the gulab jamun you all might have seen. Okay, both the ends are hemispherical and the middle portion of it is what? Cylindrical. Okay, same way. Now go for it. A gulab jamun contains sugar syrup up to about 30% of its volume. The total volume of the gulab jamun we have to find first. After getting for that volume of the gulab jamun, 30% of that gulab jamun is covered with syrup. Okay, 30% of the volume of the gulab jamun is syrup. So that syrup, how much it is there, you have to find. Okay, clear? So first, and find approximately how much syrup would be found in 45 gulab jamun. First, you have to find the volume of 1 gulab jamun. Then 45 gulab jamun. And then the syrup consumed by these 45 gulab jamuns. Okay, whose gulab jamun's length is 5 cm and diameter is 2.8 cm. Okay, now gulab jamun, let it be in the shape of like this. Okay, now total length of the gulab jamun is given as 5 cm. Okay, total length of the gulab jamun is 5 cm. And the diameter of the hemispherical part, or you can say the diameter of the cylindrical part is 2.8 diameter. So radius will be how much? 2.8 upon 2. Radius of the hemispherical part is equal to radius of the cylinder is equals to 2.8, that is diameter upon 2, which is equals to how much? 1 upon 4 cm. Okay, after that, now you can see the total length minus this radius and minus this side, both the ends radius, if we subtract, we will get the length of the cylinder. Is it not? The height of the cylinder, or you can say the length of the cylinder, is total length of the gulab jamun minus the length of the hemispherical part of both the ends of this gulab jamun will give the length of the cylindrical part. Okay, so you can write length of the cylindrical part equals to total length is how much? 5 cm minus this side radius is 1.5, that side radius of hemisphere is 1.4. Both the sides 1.4, 1.4. So minus within bracket 1.4 plus 1.4 cm. That is 1.4 plus 1.4 will be 2.8. So 5 minus 2.8 cm will give 2.2 cm. That means this length of the cylinder will be how much? 2.2. Length of the cylindrical part is 2.2. Okay. Now volume of 1 gulab jamun. So volume of 1 gulab jamun will be what? The volume of the cylinder plus 2 times the volume of the hemispherical part. So that is volume of the cylindrical part plus 2 times the volume of the hemispherical part, because both the ends of the gulab jamun is hemispherical and center part is cylindrical. So volume of the 1 gulab jamun will be volume of the cylindrical part plus 2 times volume of the hemispherical part. So now cylinder's volume we know pi r square h, okay, plus 2 into hemispherical part volume is what? Volume of hemispherical, our hemisphere is 2 into 2 upon 3 pi r cube. This is the 2 upon 3 pi r cube is the volume of the hemisphere. Okay, so now when on multiplying these two, numerator and numerator, what we will get? That is pi r square h plus 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Now we will put the values of each one. R as 1.4 cm and h as 2.2. Okay. So now on putting the value and solving, how much we will get? That is 25.05 cm cube. This is the volume of one gulab jamun. Now in that jar or the box, how many gulab jamuns are there? 45 gulab jamuns. So the volume of 45 gulab jamun will be what? 45 into 25.05 cm cube. So on multiplication of these two, how much will get? That is 1127.25 cm cube. So volume of 45 gulab jamuns are 1127.25 cm cube. Okay, now it is given in the book 30% of that gulab jamun, it is covered with how much? Syrup, sugar syrup. Okay, so volume of the sugar syrup will be 30% of the volume of the gulab jamun. Okay, so 30% of means what? 30 upon 100 of volume of gulab jamun. How many? 45 gulab jamuns volume will take. That means volume of 45 gulab jamun. That is equals to 30 upon 100 into volume of 45 gulab jamun is how much? 1127.25 cm cube. So on simplification of this, how much we will get? That is 338.17 cm cube. So approx value will take of this, round off. So on making it round off, how much we will get? That is 338 cm cube, because after a decimal value, the next number is less than 5. Less than 5 means that value only, whole part, integral part, the same value we will keep. We will not increase it, we will keep as it is. So it will be 338 cm cube approx. So that will be the answer. So volume of sugar syrup will be 338 cm cube approx. Okay, clear, understood?